4 times.
You're live.
Ready? We'll call the meeting to order and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're here tonight on a Monday night, first of the month. Normally, we meet at 9 o'clock in the morning, but they had a trial today and needed the room, so we switched our meeting till 6 p.m. And that's why we're here on a Monday night. First thing we need to do is have approval of the agenda. I think, Steve Hauser's been added. Any other changes, modifications? If not, entertain a motion to accept it as presented.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're going to get the workout tonight. Public comment. Chris Hammock.
Just one thing.
Go around there and stand in front of them.
Oh, I have to go out there?
Yeah, because everybody asks who's talking. And
Huh? Stay tall. Okay, I wanted to give an update on our county insurance and county wellness plan.
hold a minute, Chris.
Okay.
You're not even in the screen. Can you push that up? There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, give an update on the county insurance and county wellness. I did have a conference call with Jim Franklin with USI, who is our insurance broker, in regards to some concerns and things that I had. I had this with him on Friday. It was a very productive conference call. He is actually coming down tomorrow to discuss some more things. But I did want to let everybody know where things stand. With us changing insurance so late in the game, both broker and insurance provider, we have not been able to get things online with the wellness plan. And that was one of my concerns with Jim yesterday or Friday when I was speaking to him, because we seem to be having the issue of not getting answers quick enough, which happens when you make changes such as what we did so late in the game. Because, for instance, our wellness plan with our previous provider, broker, we already had our wellness plan for 2024 in play before we even changed everything November 22nd. I had been reaching out and asking Jim about the wellness plan. I got a call on February 9th from a lady named Heidi with USI about our wellness plan. She wanted to know what we had prior to with our previous wellness. I told her I would like her to tell us what they have to offer us. I got an email on Friday the 23rd from her in regards to that. It was going to, in a sense, be additional cost for having the program. They did their reward a little bit differently than what we did before. Before we did deductible decrease, where you got, if you participate in these programs, you could get up to $250 credited back on your deductible. They do gift cards. And looking into things, I was a little concerned, but basically the county, in a sense, did pay for that $250 deductible decrease the employees got, because of course it was $250 that wasn't out of their pocket. So since it was out of the county's in pocket, so there's really not a change in that, but it's just too late to implement a wellness plan by this time. If we were on our old plan, we would have already had our health screening. We would have already had our healthy heart bingo. Every month there was different options. So I just want to let you guys know, I spoke with Jim, and we're kind of too late in the game to implement a wellness plan now. So we'll look at something for 2025. He is looking at some issues that we're having with prescription drug charges that are not coming out to what we were told they will be. But I did have the conversation with him. We're not seeing the county's portions yet because we're still finishing up invoicing and stuff and bills from 2023. So within the next couple months, we should see some of the changes in with our plan. There will be cost savings for the county. So I will be able to report back on that probably in the second quarter on where we're at on that. But I just want to let everyone know where we were. I've had a lot of employees asking about the wellness plan, and I just wanted to make it public that we're probably, and talking with Jim, it's kind of hard to put one in play this late in the game. So we will not have a wellness plan for 2024. Any questions?
Just keep us updated on what you find out from him
Okay,
after tomorrow.
thank you.
The next item we have here is the minutes from 2/20/24. Any comments or changes? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve them.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next item we have up is the payroll for 2/26/24 in the amount of $173,555.66.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion. I'll make a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The next item is payroll withholding for the 2/26/24 payroll in the amount of $37,086.19.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
The next item we have is health insurance claims in the amount of $50,286.62.
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second that. And I have one question, Chris. Is that for an entire month?
It kind of runs over. We pay weekly.
Okay.
So we're missing, like I didn't have the last payout, so that will be on the next one. And I think we got one.
So it varies a
Yeah.
little bit between 2 and 3 weeks?
Yeah.
That's what you get. Okay. All those in favor of approving the health claims?
Aye.
Aye. Life insurance claims in the amount of $1,447.10.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion? I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Dental insurance claims in the amount of $118.51.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Vision insurance claims in the amount of $130.73.
I'll make a motion.
A motion. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Flex claims in the amount of $680.89.
I'll make a motion, but Chris, I got, this is the last month for,
This is the last month. The auditor's office has made contact with every employee that has a balance on their Flex account, letting them know the process, because of course it's not by card now, it's by a claim form.
okay,
And we're working with everybody.
all right.
We've got a motion. I'll second that to approve the flex claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Last item is the accounts payable claim docket for 3, which is March 4th, 2024, in the amount of $413,195.30.
I'll make a motion.
We've got a motion. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Steve Hauser wants to pay for the AT&T 911 equipment out of his, oh, wait a minute. Did I get ahead? Come on, Steve.
Actually, I have 2 copies of these. This is our 911 equipment lease with AT&T. This will renew it for another 5 years. In the past, they have went 10 years, but with the technology and computer equipment, the way it is now, they only go 5 years on it now. Usually the computers are about wore out for that 10-year span. We do not own the equipment. This is a lease, but they will come in and renew all of our computers and software. It will be compatible With the same system we are now running, it will extend it another 5 years. The prices actually came down.
No.
It actually came down from what we've been paying by a few $1,000s per month. And we knew that at budget time, what it was projected to be. The county council did appropriate the amount that is in this agreement. It's already in the budget to cover this.
So is it fixed for 5 years?
Fixed for 5 years. Will not change for 5 years. Yes.
And then their responsibility is to provide all the equipment, all the maintenance, everything
That is correct.
associated with it.
That is correct. Yes. This includes equipment that's not really on-site in Perry County. This is equipment that's located in Bloomington and Evansville for the switches and routers and things.
Right.
Yeah. I've got 2 copies. You can sign. Actually, it's just the Commissioner President, and need his signature on these here. I'll get you a copy too, Chris. Once they sign it, I'll get you a copy.
Maybe we should have approved this, Rebecca,
Probably.
before we did this, before I signed this.
Okay. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Got the cart in front of the horse. But we want 911 service. Next item up we have is the 2024 dispatch agreement between Candleton and Troy.
These are the same agreements we signed last year. The city of Candleton would be $12,500. The town of Troy would be $3,000. And they have already signed them at their meetings. So it would require, I believe we got it for all commissioners or just 2 of you to sign. And again, I've got 2 copies of each on those.
Okay, Canton is 12,000, Troy's 3,000, what about?
12,500 for Candleton and 3,000 for the town of Troy.
Okay, and what about the county or Tell City or?
That is all approved in the dispatch agreement, and that was approved at the joint budget session. I don't have that with me.
500, or 354,000.
I don't have those
That's
here
the
with me.
Hamilton.
We
or
don't
that's
sign an
city.
agreement with that. That was agreed upon at that joint.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
what isn't our portion of the county around 600,000?
That's probably pretty close.
652, you're right,
Yeah.
sorry.
And I think Tell Cities is maybe 100,000 in that range,
Close to that.
120, something like that.
And Becky, I can email that to you.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it
Yes.
for the record.
So with that said, I'd entertain a motion to approve the agreements between Candleton, Troy, and the county for 911 dispatch service.
Make a motion.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Steve?
This is for 1 year?
And then does Chris keep a copy of these? And you keep a
Yes,
copy?
yes. I'll get a copy back to Candleton and Troy.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was easy.
You can read my signature.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Steve. We have another Steve up now.
Mr. Howe. The County Highway King, that's what we'll call you.
Okay. I have several different things. First off, I guess, I need to ask your approval of the annual report. I emailed that to you guys earlier.
And that's why I brought along my computer.
I don't remember getting that. Or did, yeah, I did, Yep.
I didn't bring along the person that can answer the questions, so I got very many.
Well, I've got one question. Back in our debt, it shows like we don't have any, but don't we owe 600,000 on the distressed road? Or are we waiting to get that money?
We have got that money. I'm gonna ask for additional, or to appropriate it tonight so we can pay it, but we do have the money, yes.
Yeah.
On the
So
distress road fund.
is that still, that's a debt though, right?
Yeah, it's a 10-year interest-free loan.
Right.
But that's 2023, because we didn't actually get those funds till 2024, correct? For the distress loan?
We got the money before the end of, I think it was before the end of the year, but it was too late to do the.
Yeah, I know, but my question is, when I go back, let's see, this one right here, this is our debt. And it shows like we don't have any debt at all.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
But I know, that's what I was thinking, that we had, I know that interest-free distress loan fund is $600,000. And I didn't know whether it should be hitting the books or.
She was talking about that,
Marilyn?
yeah. She explained that to me, but there's been so much going on out there, I don't remember.
I know we paid off the old one,
Yes.
so we got out from under it then, and then re-signed up for an additional 10-year, $600,000.
Yeah.
I guess it's a loan is what we call it.
Yeah. interest-free
Unless-
loan, 10 years.
Unless she didn't book it till 24, and that's why it doesn't show up
That
here.
might be,
I don't think, that's what I'm saying, I don't think we actually got it till 2024.
that could have been. I know we got it approved, but then it's too late.
Yeah, I don't think we got it, because I remember, yeah, I don't think we got that.
I
till
think they
January.
approved it, because I know we talked about
Yeah,
that.
they
It
did
just-
approve it, but it was like October, late in October, November, and she said it might take several weeks to get the money. They don't do a draft on that. They have to send it.
So you got it in 24.
I think we did get
I'm
it.
pretty sure, yeah.
All right.
The only other thing is how can we pave 233 miles of gravel roads?
I wish you could tell me that, because I don't know.
I did look into traffic counts. I would love to try to approach that something on a 20-year plan or something where we could start chipping away, looking for grants, whatever we could do,
Yeah.
and start paving some of those gravel roads just over a period of time. But
We've done a few of them in the last few years. We did get over 50% paved now last year. I think we got over 50%, but that's still a lot of miles of gravel.
I looked at, because I checked with Region 15 about counters also.
Mhm.
They said they're not so good on what they have on gravel roads because the hoses get busted. But there are electronic counters. And if we had like roads, if we could determine what road goes from one to the other that connects them,
Connecting
I would
roads.
think that those would be the ones we try to
Yeah.
start on and try to determine what it is and just start chipping away at it. It's like eating an elephant. We got to take it one bite at a time.
Yeah.
Try to find some funds and set up a program and start doing that.
I know on your grant that you get every year, they tell you whether you're going to do on pavement or gravel, don't they?
You can, some years you couldn't apply for gravel, some years you
Yeah.
could. What I've been told is if you apply for gravel, you're probably not going to get awarded.
Yeah.
That's the experiences some surrounding counties have had.
Mm-hmm.
So the gravel we do, we always do that out of our ad or lit money,
Yeah.
so I don't have.
Something you have some flexibility with.
Try to find something out there that will.
Yeah. See if there's any way where we could turn around and match some of that or get something to help us along. And I don't know whether there's any dollars out there that'll do it, but something that just to get a start on it.
We did about 2 mile gravel last year. The year before we did 2 or 3 miles.
Mhm.
And we've been getting a little bit each year, but you talk 250 miles, a couple miles don't make much.
Yeah, but at least you're making progress. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing about it. We can, I know a lot of them are dead end roads.
Yeah.
That and maybe 1 or 2 people, those, it's gonna be a long time before that ever happens. But, some of the cut through roads that are gravel that we could, start tying them together, I think it'd be beneficial if we could figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. So if you're all right with that, I've got a paper for you guys.
We need to approve that.
Yeah, we probably should. I'd entertain a motion to approve the annual operating report for the local roads, streets, and bridges.
That's a distress road fund.
Nope, that's
So that's
everything.
for all of them,
That's
okay.
everything.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Still gonna do it my way.
You got
Wow,
one or two.
look what he did to me with the yellow
It comes like that.
from the state.
This is our equipment rental rates, and you get your approval on that for this year.
My pen won't write on it.
You wanna borrow mine? It doesn't look so good.
You still won't.
I don't know what that yellow is, but it's.
Maybe I got it.
On those papers when we get them.
Here, you wanna try one of these? It's like not got the gel, it's regular ink. Been on it.
No, that works.
Sometimes the gel won't write on that.
Okay. You need to type, yeah, for that. Okay.
We raised some of them since last year a little bit.
Now, he doesn't rent this equipment out, because this is just what he
No.
charges. Because some of his grants, he has to
Yeah,
have a price.
And we get money back every year from the Cuban Bridge account. For bridge work we do, we can pay the highway back, so we use those rates for that. And
was this in your thing you emailed us?
I thought I emailed that. That's been a while though. She's had
Okay,
that done for a good while.
because I'll check and see if it's not, I'll just give her a call.
Okay.
So we need to sign this?
And that's approved his rates. You already signed it. I think it's a done deal. I'd
Yeah.
entertain a motion to approve the county rental rates for the year 2024.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
And I have a couple of transfers I want to let you guys know about. 3 additional appropriations, but the first transfer is from new equipment to office equipment, $6,000. When they did the budgets, in our, no, I'm getting that, that's something else.
New equipment to what?
It's for a new copier, is what it is. They
Okay.
told us our copier is sold now that they can't get parts for it.
And that's on set to go to the council this month.
Yeah. Don't we want the council to approve this?
Yeah, you guys want to anything with that.
I just want to let you guys know.
He always likes to let you guys know
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, the council will do that, won't they?
Yeah.
Because it's already a budget. You're just transferring it.
$14,080 from truck driver to temporary seasonal. When they did the budget, council approved the amounts for truck driver, but when they were reading the amounts back there at the Armory, they read the wrong amount on that one, so it was only half. So I called David and I told him about it. He said, well, you can come ask for an additional appropriation. And, he said, there's no problem with it. So instead of doing that, we had a truck driver that we'd hired that quit. And we hadn't replaced him yet, so we've got enough in truck driver, extra in truck driver. Just transfer it without having to do it.
That's just a transfer, so you don't have to do appropriation.
And so what you're doing, are you taking it from the restricted to the unrestricted?
You're taking it from one account line to the
Take
other.
it from the
Yeah,
truck
but
driver.
I'm saying right here, this is motor vehicle, and then you got motor vehicle restricted.
Mhm.
So which direction are you taking it?
It's going to be,
See what it
I
says?
think.
Going to restricted?
I believe.
From
Let's see, yeah,
1176.
173, there you are. Okay. And that's something the council's gonna do.
I'll take those.
And I've got an additional appropriation for $26,736. This is for our bridge inspection. We have to submit the bills and they'll reimburse us 80% on that. That's for this year.
Okay, and then we have a contract with Bernard and Lockwood.
4-year
That's right.
contract. Yes,
They reimburse you 80?
80%, yes.
And now that you brought that up, like I remember looking at your budget. What's your condition of your bridges? Are you building any this year? Or?
We've got one, we try to build one a year. That's
Okay.
about all we can afford to do. We've got one on 38 Offer Road that Lockmuir says is the worst one we've got right now. But that's one of the roads I got on community crossing, so I'm gonna try to get that bridge replaced. I don't know for sure if it'll work out time-wise. When
Try to
they
get it
announced
replaced
community-
prior to
Well,
paving.
last year, we didn't know until May
Yeah.
when we get community crossings. I hope it's earlier this year so we can try to figure out when we need to do what, yeah.
Will you do the bridge first or the road first?
It depends on the community crossings, if we get drawed on that. If we don't get drawed, we'll go ahead and do it, as soon as we can.
Okay.
But he's building a bridge, 120-foot bridge between Terry and Spencer County, so he's gonna be 3 months probably on that, before we can do it anyway.
Okay.
So are your bridges all on 2-year inspections now?
No, yes, they are. They're on 2 years. We don't have any, I don't think, on the annual inspection anymore.
Because I was thinking you were down to just a few the
I
last.
think those came off this past time, so everything's on a 2-year.
2.
And some of them are on, there's a few of them that's only inspected on 4-year, for some of the real better.
The newer ones.
Okay.
So bridges are in much better condition.
They're a lot better than they was a few years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't do that either, do we?
I
He's
think they
got
do
us down here.
additional.
On the bridge?
Steve
Uh,
likes to keep you guys informed. Technically, you guys don't have to do anything with the additionals or transfers, but Steve likes to always bring
Oh, yeah, I
it
know
here,
those.
so we always
That's
just add them.
That's why the highway.
Okay.
department's always done it.
Yeah.
There's 3 of
Let's,
them.
this will be a request from the commissioners for an additional appropriation for
To
the
the
highway. So
council.
we'll entertain a motion to approve this additional. And
Okay.
then we'll sign it, and then they'll
There's
take
3
that
of
to the
them.
council
All right.
for approval on funding.
All right, I make a motion.
Which
I'll
one are we
second it.
on?
The,
Temporary season.
Okay, the 26,736.
Yep. bridge inspection. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
And this will be the one that 80% comes back, correct,
Yes.
on the inspection? Then it'll go right back into the same fund,
Yes.
correct?
This is for 600,000. This is just getting the money that we got on the distress road where we can use it. Has to be appropriated. Use it.
And this is what you're using for Brushy Fork. And you're
April-
still
April.
starting at about 50 feet back from 37.
At the county line.
And the
Okay.
county line run is
Right.
where, Steve?
Right by VIP Falls.
Right by there.
Yeah,
There's a
see,
sign there, right on their side of there's a sign. I talked with the city a couple different times about it and trying to, hoping that when it happened, they would do their little section there. The last I was told, they didn't think he's gonna be able to, but I haven't talked to him since last summer sometime.
that way the road would come all the way to 37 and
Yes.
start new all the way through there, so.
Now, when we plow snow or mow, we go all the way to 37.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
paving is not expensive.
Yep.
Right.
And you do that as a courtesy.
So I'd entertain a motion to approve the appropriation of $600,000 from Distress Road to, where are we going? County Road Improvements?
No, let's make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Uh, Just say there won't be much traffic out there now because we got these closed down.
This is 700,000. This is our appropriating our edit money. Part of this will go to the match if we get community crossings, and some of it will go to pay, just our paving it.
When, will you apply for that community crossings again, Steve?
Well, it's applied for.
I mean, when will you find out? I'm sorry.
Well, last year was last of April, 1st of May before we knew.
Okay.
I wish there was some way we could know sooner because
Mhm.
we've always got a bunch of culverts that need replaced.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem too, and I thought about that. It'd be nice if the state would give you a year.
It sure would.
That way you'd know what to prep during
Right.
better
Mhm.
weather.
Yeah.
And you could get prepped for the next year. You knew the
You know how
funding
many
was
culverts you
coming.
need or however many, whatever, yeah.
The only thing that's gonna get you is the fact of the swinging of the asphalt from 160,000 a mile to 80,000. That's
That
the
makes a
tough
big
part of it,
difference.
as it changes
Sure
like
does.
that. Again, I'd entertain a motion to approve the $700,000 appropriation from edit funds for county road improvement.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
When they do Brushy Fork, we're gonna try to get that Seymour Road, that little dead end paved road out there,
Back out through
the
the,
Dilger Cemetery, we're gonna try to get that done, when they do Brushy Fork.
okay, do you think you have funding out of the distress road fund, or are you gonna have to come up
No,
with
that
additional?
has to be, we're not allowed to use that money anywhere else.
But just brush it off.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you use some of the other,
That's the only road in there that's that bad a shape, it's been a paved road, so we'd like to get it.
all right, I think it's in rough shape.
Get it back up in good shape.
Before
You
it
don't have
gets
to worry about it.
worse.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Go
Steve.
ahead, Mickey.
Well, we're broke now, Steve.
Yeah. Next thing we have up here is additional appropriations from the commissioners for software maintenance. And if I'm correct, this is the server that's not being real cooperative.
Nope, went down, how many times today, Tracy? I know it went down twice this morning.
At least twice.
And
And then I noticed in there, Chris, there's a charge for 5 years of maintenance. Is that fee
I think he said
Per
that's the
year?
warranty. If I recall.
Premier Essential 5-year, 24/7, 4-hour response rate per unit? I don't know whether that's an annual charge or whether that's for 5 years.
I'm not sure, I think. I'm not
See
sure.
what I'm talking about?
Mhm. I thought that at the council meeting, we asked about that, and that was a warranty that was offered.
Well, I think
On it.
what he's saying there, once this server has a problem within 4 hours, he's
That
gonna
was fine.
respond and get it either
Mhm.
back up or whatever. That's generally how they word those. So that's why I didn't know whether it was
When can
But
he
it
get
says-
started on this, Chris?
I actually talked to him today, because I couldn't get into my programming after the server went down.
Mhm.
All my icons disappeared. So he had to remote in to be able to allow me to get into Lao. And he said that the server has said any update, and he said the server has been ordered. He hasn't got a delivery date yet, but he'll keep me updated.
Okay.
So it looks like we better, of course, again, we're not appropriating this, we're asking for it to be appropriated.
Yeah, that's just for you to,
Okay,
since it's out of your budget, I need you to approve for me to take it to the council. And then all these appropriations, both Steve's and we've
We'll have
got
to
some
go
other
through
ones, those will be advertised on March 8th in the Perry County News, and then they will be taken to the council at the next meeting. I'm thinking, I don't know if I have my dates exactly right. But yeah, they'll be advertised in the Perry County News on March 18th and go to the council on the 28th. Yeah.
so I'd entertain a motion to ask for appropriation from the Riverboat Fund for $17,048.49 for replacement and service.
I'll make a motion.
Courthouse server. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
We don't need to sign anything on
You
that.
do.
Where?
Department,
Department head?
remember,
All right.
you're the president.
I'm not a department head though.
Well, when I was signing
On the
those,
other side.
the commissioners brought, or the council brought it up that those need to be signed by you, not me.
Okay, it's done. Next thing is, Commissioners Consulting Service. What is that?
So this is the, I took it to the council. You and I had spoken that, you guys had a line item within the general fund for consulting services, which had an appropriated amount of $3,000, which we had already spent $862.50. I received a bill for $4,092, and I only have $2,137.50 left. So I took it
This
to
is
the
the fund
council.
that you're taking legal fees out of.
Yes, but
For the current
the
lawsuit.
council wanted me to bring it to you guys to go ahead and pay the remaining $2,137.50 out of that general line item. So that will eat up all of the $3,000. and the remaining amount, which is $1,954.50 to do an additional appropriation for consulting services out of Riverboat,
Now the Riverboat Fund.
instead of general.
That
So-
will pay current
Then we were
invoices.
current, and then any other invoices,
Will have to be appropriated.
yes.
Okay.
So, and that's what I had.
So I would entertain a motion to approve an additional appropriation of $1,954.50 to the consulting services, which is being used for legal fees.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion? I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and the next item is
Surety
approval
bonds.
of the surety bonds, and that's probably the blanket one for everybody that touches money.
There's a blanket, and then individual departments such as the prosecutor, the treasurer, the sheriff, and the clerk have their own because their offices handle money. The other ones are just blanket. There's no signature place for the commissioners, but information from the clerk's office says they just need to be formally approved. That's why I sent you guys an email. It's a big packet.
Yeah, you said it had a lot of pages
Yeah,
to it.
so, I know you guys stopped in and looked at them, so. just
So
to make
it's
a formal-
all of them is what we're doing,
mhm,
okay?
Yep.
Because it's something you have to do every year.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're all done.
I'd entertain a motion to approve the 2024 surety bond for county employees.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next item up is the opening of the courthouse renovation bids. We have one bid. It's from Thomas Glass and Moore. This is for some security improvements on the court side, along with some other options.
No, she got, the judge got some money through ARP funds, correct?
Yes, that's where the funding came from. I think everything's okay. The first item is the Perry County Courthouse Judicial. And the total material is $39,578, labor of $16,440 for a total of $56,018. There's an alternate one. The material is $1,107, labor is $300 for a total price of $1,407. There's an alternate 2, and the material bid here is $67.55. The labor is $2,200 for a total cost of $89.55 for alternate 2, and then there's an alternate 3, which is $14,390 for materials. Labor is $10,758 for a total of $25,148. And I'm gonna have to look through the bid documents to
Let's see.
know for sure what the alternates were.
Yeah, I don't know what these alternates are.
They had several things, options, because some of them were a new keyed system for the courthouse, some was.
So these won't be, okay. Add
They
these
looked at some
together.
videos, they had some areas they were looking to improve some security behind the counters, so, and I'm not exactly sure. I might be able to find it. get it quickly. But what we need to do is take them under advisement and have Andrew take a look at them to make sure they're within legal. Then we'll have to have a discussion on what we're gonna approve and how we're gonna fund it, because I think there was 57,000 was appropriated
Through ARP.
through ARP.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're looking at about 81,428 for everything.
Let's see. On one here, it's got some cameras, some doors. And then the alternates, 1, 2, and 3, we're putting cameras in the remainder of the courthouse. That's what it was.
Wonder what such a big difference. We got 25,000, you got 8,900, and then you've got
I
1,400.
think if you put cameras throughout the remainder of the building, I think it ran into substantially more. So,
You want to just table it?
we'll table it, let Andrew take a look at it.
You want me to scan those and send those out to everybody? So I can have those for minutes
Yeah.
or make copies tonight.
Chris, that total came to 81,428 for everything.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll table the bids until they're reviewed for further discussion. Next meeting is March 19th, 2024 at 6 p.m. That will be our regular Tuesday meeting. And I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.